Hey friends, Greg and Stacy here with Kzoo Keto. So today we're bringing you another Japan video.
Installment number 2.
So in this video we're going to see all about our adventures in Japan. We encounter some temples, a cemetery. We get to go to the... You gonna say it? What's the name of the castle? She always messes it up. Himeji Castle, which was like one of Stacy's top interests while we were over there.
Mostly because it's supposed to be haunted. And there's a tale about it. There's actually a lot of tales, but the one that I heard is basically there was a servant girl who was in charge of some gold plates, and there were 10, and she counted them every night, and there was a guy that was high up in the general's army or something like that, was in love with her. She said no. He got mad. He took one of the plates. He was gonna blackmail her into being with him, and she still said no. So he killed her, threw her down the well, and then she came back every night, crawling out of the well, obviously not alive, crawling out of the well, starts counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When she gets to 9, she starts wailing, and he would hear it, and it kind of eventually drove him nuts, and he
Offed himself,
for lack of a better term. And that actually was the basis for the imagery for the movie The Ring. So that was part of the reason why I wanted to go there. But then I found out afterwards it's really freaking cool. You should look it up. There's a lot of cool information about it.
It was a really long day, guys. We had trains, well, just trains. But
and I had 23,000 steps in a pair of Chuck Taylors.
Yes. It was a really long, it was just like 10 miles or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a really long adventure, and this is because we had a couple days where we weren't feeling so great. So this is kind of a day, what is it, 3 and 4?
Day 3 and 4.
So
Day 3, I still had the migraine. 4, it was kind of going away.
Warning, you're going to see some non-keto food in this video.
Mm-hmm.
So
in Japan.
If that triggers you, well, I'm sorry. But we're going to do some basic voiceover stuff, and then Stacy's going to pick some cool soundtrack and kind of let the pictures flow. So hope you guys enjoy. And thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe. All right, see you guys.
After the temple, all of us but Adam, who wasn't feeling well, went to a ramen place just down the street from our Airbnb and got some pork ramen along with some dumplings and rice. And they served it with chopsticks, which I'm not sufficient at, so will suffice it to say I didn't finish my meal.
So while visiting the temple, there's a lot of vending machines.
Everywhere.
Which has a lot of really interesting things. And I guess there's certain vending machines that people actually go out of their way to find that are only for 100 yen, which is the equivalent of $1 before a conversion. So we actually found this cherry drink at the vending machine inside of the temple. And Stacy and I absolutely loved it. It was so good. Unfortunately, to get it anywhere outside of Japan, it's going to cost some serious dollars for shipping. So, if you encounter this, you should definitely try it.
On the way to the second temple, we went an alternate route that we didn't know was an alternate route, and it actually takes you through this graveyard, and it's ginormous and beautiful, and it was so peaceful, and I just could not stop taking pictures and lagging behind because I was taking so many pictures. It was just a really, really awesome experience.
So after about a 35-minute walk and collecting Stacy from taking pictures of all the tombstones, we finally made it to the top, only to realize there wasn't really even the top. We continued to go. And there's also tons of shops that everyone was really anxious to get to. And Adam was still not feeling so great. And Stacy still had a migraine. And I think that's when Stacy's feet started hurting for the first time. So we decided that rather than pay to continue, we would just turn back, do a little shopping, and head back to the Airbnb.
When we went back, we ended up going down the main route that everyone else usually takes, from what I'm reading, to get there and back. And there are all kinds of touristy shops to stop in, and we did. And then there's also a lot of different food places, and we came upon this Wat taco place that made dessert tacos, but they also made other non-dessert tacos, chicken teriyaki and things like that. And we obviously, it's not keto, but we had to stop and try it. They had a cheesecake taco and a double or triple chocolate taco, and then there was also, I got, because I wasn't sure what the cream was and if I would like it or not, so I just got a half with some chocolate syrup on it.
Rather long train ride, we finally made it to Himeji, and as we get off the station, Stacy was super excited to see the castle in the background. You can kind of just see it over. You kind of just see it over Mason's head. But before we got to go to the castle, we had to pick up some food. We were hungry, and we didn't want another waffle taco. So we ended up picking up a local diner that Mason suggested. Stacy had some sort of omelet with rice in the middle of it.
Almond rice, I think.
Almond rice, and then it had ketchup on top, and that's the first time she's ever had ketchup on eggs before, which was interesting. I had like a pork cutlet that was breaded, and it was delicious. The rest of the kids kind of kept it pretty straightforward and simple. I think Adam ended up having the same thing I did, and Mason recommended it, so it was pretty much a staple. And then and from here we went to the castle.
if you remember in the beginning of the video, in the intro, I was talking about the story behind Himeji, still can't say it. The servant girl's name was Okiku, and this is the well, and I took a picture of a lot of people will throw coins, which Morgan and Adam threw coins, so I took pictures of the coins in the well. And as we were leaving on our way to go see the gardens for the castle, we happened to see this couple that had this little string with the date in between them, and they are all dressed up, so I'm assuming it was their wedding. I don't know, a lot of people were taking pictures, and I thought it was really cool. They had the castle in the background, and I felt very fortunate that we were able to be part of their day, even as bystanders.
Tourists. So here we cross the moat to go from the castle to the garden. That Mason wanted us to be sure to do was to go to basically the Eat Street in Osaka. So basically it's just wall-to-wall restaurants, food, street food, like it's packed. And it's one of the most popular attractions for actual Japanese people. So not as many tourists here as in other areas. And Osaka is one of the largest cities in Japan. I didn't really eat a whole lot. A lot of it was very strange. Octopus balls was one of the things that I did try. Although when I bit into the thing and it got a sucker, I was done. Stacy, Adam wouldn't try it.
No.
Morgan and Mason both really enjoyed them.
Mm-hmm.
So it was time to go back home, and that meant getting back to Kyoto at night. And the tower was lit up spectacularly. Now, it was about probably a 45-minute walk from the station to our Airbnb, and we had all kinds of cool bus adventures in the process of that. Stacy had already walked her 9.5 miles, and she was not feeling so great with chucks.
The chucks were chucked.
Chucks got chucked the very next day. Well, that's it for this video, guys. Really appreciate you taking the time to watch it.
And we'll leave you with an image of the streetlights in Kyoto.
Really enjoyed Kyoto. So thanks for watching.
Thanks for subscribing.
And we'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye!